Leibnitz Theorem. You only have the theorem, no proof as per the GGSIPU syllabus. Now just the theorem. Suppose there are two functions u and v. If, let's write, if u and v are two functions having functions of x, let us say, of x having nth order derivatives, nth order derivative, then derivatives, then u v, the nth order derivative is nc0. I already told about binomial. nc0 un, the nth derivative of u, then introduce v, nc1 lessen the derivative n minus 1th derivative of u, v first derivative, the derivative first derivative of v, plus nc2 u n minus 2, the second derivative of v, plus so and so forth, ncr u n minus rth derivative, v rth derivative, and so forth, plus ncn u, just simple u, and nth derivative of v, Now you will take v as that function, whose derivative quickly becomes zero, This you did not write. This is for your problem solving purpose. This much portion you did not write. This is the main thing. V as that function whose derivative quickly becomes zero. Let us do with an example. Things will be easier. Let's take first an easy example. See, my function is given as question y equal to x square e to the power of x. Now they are asking me yn. That means they are asking me x square e to the power of x nth derivative. They're asking this actually. So you write, first you find the derivative. You take u equal to e to the power of x and v equal to x square. I told you, मैंने ये बोला है, v उसको लेना है जिसका डेरिवेटिव बहुत जल्दी जीरो हो जाए. You have to select v in such a manner whose derivative becomes zero very quickly. v1 2x, v2 2, and then v3 is 0. That's why. देखो सबसे जल्दी इसका डेरिवेटिव जीरो हो रहा है ना. v1 second derivative, third derivative zero हो गया. u1 will be e to the power of x and un minus 1 also will be e to the power of x and un also will be e to the power of x. Now let's do this problem. Now let's do it here. Yes, here only. X square e to the power of x n. Let us solve it here. Equal to nc0. nc0 is 1. Then un, this is u, this is my v. So nc0 is 1. un, the nth derivative of e to the power of x is e to the power of x. Introduce this x square plus nc1. nc1 is n. Now n minus 1 derivative is also e to the power of x. The second derivative of x square, the first derivative of x square, 2x, plus nc2, that is n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial. The n minus 2 derivative is also e to the power of x and into 2. The third you did not write because third is a 0. See, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 upon 3 factorial e to the power of x, and this is 0 into 0. This whole will become 0. So your answer is e to the power of x square plus 2nx e to the power of x. This 2 and this 2 factorial cancel, plus n into n minus 1 e to the power of x. I hope you understood this now. Let's take one more problem. Like this, somewhat little different. Let's take this type of problem now. Little different type of problem. Question: y is e to the power of x sine x Now they are asking me yn, that means they are asking me e to the power of x sine x. Now both of them will never become 0. You can take any one as u, any one as v. That's your choice. Now let's take this as this as u and this as v. So u is e to the power of x, u1 is e to the power of x, u2 is e to the power of x, un minus 1 is e to the power of x, un minus and un is e to the power of x. Similarly, I have done this for v. V is sine x, v1 is sine is cos x. So cos x becomes, let me write it down. I have already done this problem in the earlier video. This is cos x and this is sine pi by 2 plus x. Now this v2 will become minus sine x and therefore it will become sine 2 into, this is basically pi plus x. So this can be written as sine 2 pi by 2, because 2 and 2 will cancel and it will give me pi plus x. So vnth derivative sine n pi by 2 plus x. For this you can see the earlier video, by the way I have told you here also. Now you have to solve this problem. Let's solve it below. Now here we have the problem. Problem is e to the power of x sine x. Now nc0 is 1. The nth derivative of u, this is u, this is my v, e to the power of x sine x, plus nc1 is n. The n minus 1th derivative is again this, and sine x derivative is cos x, and this will become sine pi by 2 plus x. Now nc1, nc2 is n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial. This n minus 2th derivative is again this, and the third derivative will be sine. This is the first derivative. This is the second derivative now of this. Second derivative will be 2 pi by 2 plus x, and so on and so forth. The last will be ncn is again 1. Then it is u, and the nth derivative of v, sine n pi by 2 plus x.